Hey folks, it's Jason Chance from Tricycle and Run located in St. Michael's, Maryland. I'll be your race director for the Pocomoke YMCA's Try the Beach. This course is an Olympic and a sprint as well as a kids course. This video will be talking about the Olympic. There is actually another one for the sprint. The YMCA is the YMCA of the Lower Shore. Their website is ymcachesapeake.org, and then you select the proper campus, which is the Lower Shore. It's located here on Route 113, which is right off of Route 13, right before you get into Virginia, and further up north is the Ocean City area. So when you come into the Y, you're going to come around the Circle Drive. You'll be able to park back here. There will be plenty of parking for everybody. Our transition area will be set up over here. Last year we set up transition with sprint on one half and Olympic on the other. That's probably what we'll do again this year, unless it's big enough that we have to set up two. Your swim start will come. This is a freshwater pond that's over here, and we'll actually go ahead and start the video. It's a freshwater pond behind the Pocomoke Y. You can actually see the entire way. It will be an in-water start, and then for the Olympic it is a two-loop swim course. Two-loop swim course. You're going to go around in here. When you're done with that, you're going to come right out of the beach. You're going to go into transition, and you're going to pick up your bike and exit transition on the opposite side. You will actually come between some of these bushes. This is all grass, so if it's a nice day, you can put your shoes on and everything. This is a real fine stone. So what a lot of people do is they run their bike to here, then they put their shoes on and clip in, and then they can head out. You are able to ride over this very easily with a road bike with no issues. You'll head out of here and you'll make a right-hand turn onto Route 113. Now keep in mind, we're going to be marking the course for Olympic and for sprint. When we get up here, the sprint is going to turn off right prior to, so we may have a course marking out here, but it's going to say sprint right turn. This would be the right turn for the sprint. Olympics are going to keep on going. You're going to move all the way up until we get to Johnson Neck Road. When we get up to Johnson Neck Road, we'll make a right-hand turn. We want to warn you a little bit. This is a pretty sharp turn off of 113. There's trees and everything, so we can't really see cars, so we're going to ask you to slow down. That's at about mile 3.5. About mile 3.5. You're going to go down Johnson Neck. You're going to be completely protected by all these trees and everything. It's going to punch out into open farmland a little bit, and that'll be the whole way that you ride all day long, is in the trees and in the fields. So still on Johnson Neck. This is a little S-turn. We threw in there just for fun. About mile 5.5 or so, you're going to make this right-hand turn, and then you're going to make this immediate left-hand turn. Now this left-hand turn will put you onto Only Road. Only Road. O-N-L-E-Y. Again, that was around mile 5.5, so you've got about 3 miles of pretty straight, wide open road. The elevation here, if you're not familiar, is minimal. Single digits. Barely anything at all. So we're still on Only Road. Depending on the wind that day, depending on the heat, just depends on how brutal this can get. When we get up here to Only Road, to the very end of that, this is Snow Hill Road, or Route 12. You're going to make a right-hand turn onto Route 12, about mile 8.5 or so. Mile 8.5 or so. This is put your head down and grind. It's a really nice shoulder, really nice and clear, but there's nothing there to get in your way. The big turns are these big sweeping turns. So we punched through the small town of Girdle Tree. That's where we first came out. Now we're going to shoot through Stockton. We're going to keep going straight through Stockton here. So this is another pretty big. It's about 5 miles of just straight shot that you get. When we get down near here, we're going to start to see a road off to the right called Big Mill Road. Big Mill. If we continued any further beyond Big Mill, we would actually get into Virginia. So we're going to make that a right-hand turn. This right up here is the Virginia line, so that's why we make the right here. So we're going to make this right at about mile 14 or so. About 2 miles or so on this road, on Big Mill Road, and we're going to come to a bridge. When we come to that bridge, you know, when you make that right-hand turn on the Big Mill, guys, you're about halfway done. You're about 27 mile, so it's about 14 miles, so you're about halfway done. When you get down here, it's just a nice landmark to have. You've got about 10 miles left when we get here. The road turns into Sheep House Road. Sheep House Road. Big sweeping corner, but you can see it's wide open. You're going to be able to see that with absolutely no problem. So we're going to be on this Sheep House, is then going to turn into Brantley right here. So just keep on going straight. You're on this road for about 5 miles, so you can really get some good speed depending on the wind. The wind's coming from the west. Up here, it's gonna be rough getting through all this, but you got to keep on following Brantley here, and eventually it's going to turn into Buck Harbor. Like I said, it's about 5 miles of straight that you can just put your head down and roll. So I really want you to take a look at this road, how hard that right-hand turn actually is. So we're going to come right straight through here, and then you've got to make a hard right onto Buck Harbor. So you're really probably going to have to slow down for that one. Mile about 21.5 or so. When you make it to 21.5, you have a 5-mile shot pretty much right straight out to 113, which is right near the YMCA. It's got a couple little turns here and there. This intersection will be controlled. We'll have people who will be there stopping motor vehicles, waving you through. So we're starting to get a little closer to Pocomoke City. You can see we're starting to get a little bit more houses and stuff like that. You're going to shoot right across Stockton Road, ignore the aid station for right this second. You're going to come out here, you're going to turn right back on the 113 onto the shoulder, so take it easy on that corner. Ignore the run turn because you'll do that later. Okay, so you're going to come in the exact same way. You're going to come in this side of transition, and you're going to run out from this side. As soon as you run out, we'll have a water table right there. Chances are that one will be just water. You'll come out, and when you get out to the main road, you're going to make a left-hand turn. Left-hand turn. This is the exact same route that the 5K people will be on, so you may actually see a few 5K people out there. Last year, the problem we had was 2 water stops. That will be alleviated this year. First run aid station will be at mile 1.5. That will be sprints and Olympics. And you've got a little bit of this long run, but it's only a mile until we get out to the other road. So when we get out, this is that main road that we were on for so long. We'll have an aid station right here. You're going to turn right on Stockton Road. From my personal experience last year, if the sun was really bad, we can't tell you to cross the road, but there was a lot of shade on that side of the road, even in those photos and everything. We're going to try to put the third aid station right about there, so it's going to be about 1.5 miles. You know, about 4 miles out we're going to have, so it could be anywhere in this little stretch. It just depends on which person in here is feeling neighborly and going to allow us to set up an aid station right on the shoulder of the road. From there, you're going to run less than a mile, guys, up, and you're going to turn right. This is the same road that you were on for the bike, where you came in on Buck Harbor, where that run aid station. This is where the aid station was last year. So you see that's really only a mile, but that's the last one. So you're going to come out to 113. You're going to turn right. And then this is very important that you actually turn right here. You don't want to go in through the bike. So you're going to turn right, and you'll go just a little bit and turn left through these woods. We'll have flaggers right there on Bird Road. You're going to run around. This is a giant mound. Run around and then go through the finish line. You're done with the finish line. There'll be athlete food awards and everything will be here under this pavilion. But we encourage you to grab something to eat, stretch out a little bit, and then come back to the finish line and cheer on your fellow competitors. Hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, contact the YMCA in Pocomoke, 410-957-9622, 410-957-9622, or Tricycle and Run at 410-745-2836. Can't wait to see you guys out there.